Hello friendships and welcome to a new video. Now, if you're a normal young person in Singapore, you know about two things. First, Endgame is out and it is so good. If you haven't seen it yet, like there's something wrong with you, like why not? It's Endgame, you know? And number two, Jewel Singapore is now officially open. Since it has opened, it seems like everyone has been going to visit it already. Everyone is going and posting that one stupid Insta Story shot where they take a picture of like the waterfall and go like, "Ooh, wow, look, it's so pretty." With so many people visiting Jewel Singapore now, I want to answer a very important question. Is it actually like worth visiting? In this video, I'll be discussing the pros and cons of Jewel Singapore, what's good, what's bad, what's fun, and what's not. Hopefully by the end of it, you have a better idea of what Jewel Singapore has to offer and you can decide for yourself whether to go for it or not. Okay, so let's get started. Ta-da! Let's talk about the first good reason why you should visit Jewel Singapore. Jewel Singapore is absolutely beautiful. When you first walk into Jewel, you'll be greeted by the most beautiful sight. To your left and right is going to be, you know, these beautiful wall of green, and right in the center, it's that beautiful waterfall. I guess like it's something that you can expect from Changi because at the end of the day, Changi is one of the best airports in the world. They do something, they usually do it like amazingly, and Jewel is absolutely no exception. It's actually super impressive how they managed to integrate both nature and technology into the same spot. The best part is that everything is air conditioned, right? So it's like you're walking through a garden and then you don't even sweat because there's aircon all around you. I love nature, but I hate sweating. So walking around was actually like such a legitimately cool experience. And of course, we are an Instagram generation. Because Jewel is so beautiful, you can't help but want to visit just to take like an Insta-worthy shot. However, when it comes to Jewel, that's not really possible at the present moment because Jewel is crowded. It is so crowded. It's honestly really bad. They have these places called the West and the East Trail. The paths are actually like super narrow. So if you want to go there and there's a lot of people, you ain't gonna make it, sis. You're just gonna be squeezed to death. And of course, because people want to take a photo with the HSBC rain vortex behind them, what they would do is that they would just be cramped in like this one spot, lift up their hand barely a meter in front of them and go selfies like, "Hey, here we are." And honestly, no, it doesn't make sense. It is so crowded, you can't take a beautiful shot. I give up on it. But the cool thing about Jewel is that you honestly have so many options in what you can do. They have so many new and unique shops. Amazing new dining options like everyone knows Shake Shack, the A&W root beer place, and they even have cool new stores like the Pokemon Center, which is honestly a lot of fun to visit. In the Pokemon Center, I just kind of went with Ryan, and then we would see all these like amazing big ass like Pokemon displays, and we would just kind of pose there and just like, you know, have a lot of fun. And there's a lot of children there too, and honestly that's not really a good thing because I'm not the biggest fan of children, okay? They tend to do a lot of like stupid shit, which is I guess it's fine because you're a child, but also like why would you do that, child? No. And moving on to something that probably everyone already knows as well, Shake Shack. Just a few quick facts on Shake Shack. It started in New York City. The reason why Shake Shack became popular overseas was because it offered like something different to consumers. When they started focusing on delivering great food and delivering a great experience, it like became big. Of course, because I wanted to make this video for you and not just for myself. I'm not selfish at all. I decided to try it out too. I tried out their Shack cheeseburger, which is basically like a normal ass burger with the Shack sauce, and honestly, it tasted really good. The patty tasted super different from all the other like fast food options, and I guess it's because they use like the 100% all natural Angus beef burger. And I also got to try out the shroom burger. It's actually pretty good. Vegetarian option for those of you that don't eat meat. And you can definitely like taste the freshness of the mushroom. Their burgers are basically just like fast food, gourmet, and it's good. I also tried out their like chocolate shakes, and it's very simple. It's good, it's sweet, but not so sweet that you feel like you're gonna have diabetes afterwards. Of course, we also went to the Starbucks store in Jewel. It's also like the new flagship store that they have in Singapore. And they have these unique new drinks. They're called like Nitro Coffee something. It's interesting how they actually make the coffee because it's very similar to like beer, where they just kind of like whoosh it into the cup, and it looks pretty cool. It was okay. It's not like groundbreaking, amazing, but it's coffee, and coffee is the same to me no matter where you go. They also have these new drinks like this affogato and then this cold brew float. Honestly, it's expensive, don't try it, it's not worth your time. At least like the float wasn't good. I watched like another video where they said like the affogato is better, but I didn't try that because it didn't seem as exciting anymore. Like if I were to choose between this martini and 2 shots of coffee versus a coffee float, I'm gonna go for the coffee float, and that's what happened. So they also have like unique shops in Jewel. It was honestly just a ton of fun walking around and seeing what Jewel has to offer. But honestly, in terms of shops, even though there is a lot, it's not going to be super amazing for broke bitches like you and me because we can't afford most of that shit anyway. Like all of the stuff there is really high end, and you're not going to be able to afford it if you are like the same age as me, unless you come from like a rich family, which I guess, you know, good job to you. I love jealous. Us students and us like young people are definitely not their target audience when it comes to the stores. We just gotta, you know, go there and end up just taking Instagram shots, hopefully. But that can't even happen because it's so freaking crowded, so I don't even know what's the point of Jewel anymore. Another pro of Jewel is the number of activities that you can actually do there. They did put in a ton of effort into trying to make Jewel like a really cool one-stop destination, and they have things available such as, I'm gonna read it out from like the pamphlet that they gave. So it's actually really pretty, but you see, so cute. Yeah, whatever. But I'm just gonna read out to you some of the cool things that you can do in Jewel Singapore, okay? Bouncing in walking nets. Oh wait, no, that's the name of the place. Okay, or descent over open declines. The hell? Foggy bowls. What the hell is a foggy bowls? But you know what? I'm gonna show it to you. The net. Ooh, look, wow, this is the hedge maze. I'm showing all these things to you from the book simply because like most of this shit isn't even open yet. Like, according to them, it's gonna open in like 10th June. You see it? So a lot of these places that make Jewel so interesting, it's not even open to the public yet. These things actually will cost you money. It's not free. I went to ask one of the guest associates, and according to them, there will be prices. It's not confirmed yet, but these things will cost you money. So after discussing all these things about Jewel and visiting the place for myself, is Jewel worth the visit? Honestly, no, it is not. Sure, it's an amazing place, but most of the stuff that it makes it so cool isn't even open yet. And plus, like, the queues to everything is just so extreme. It is way too much. People go there because it's hyped up. But I think in the future, it would be better if you don't have to queue 1.5 hours just to try the burgers in Shake Shack. Hopefully, you won't have to like fight with people to try and get like an Instagram-worthy shot. Hey, the place is cool and all, but if things aren't open yet and everyone keeps going there and it gets so crowded that you can't even take a proper Instagram photo, then I don't think it's worth it at the present moment. However, if you still think that visiting Shake Shack is worth it and you still really want to try to get like an Instagram worthy shot, I definitely suggest that you go there pretty early in the morning, because that's when most people aren't there yet, and that's where you can get like the most space and like you won't have to queue so much. I definitely recommend that you visit after like things are open, so basically after 10 June. I think that's what's gonna make Jewel even more fun. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, do give it a thumbs up. I'm doing my best to make videos every 2 weeks, even though chances are I won't be able to follow it, but I'm gonna do my best anyway, and I hope that you just join me in my journey and have fun with me in the process. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See you. Bye.